Alrighty, we back. We're gonna talk about them announcing Munguia and Canelo. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all our notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. I'm also gonna talk about Ryan Garcia attempting to pull out of the Devin Haney fight. I'm not buying that fake ass shit that he doing. A lot of y'all buying it. Oh, I'm concerned about Ryan. Man, fuck Ryan Garcia. And I said it. You gonna do it, do it, do it. Pussy nigga, you ain't do it. Isn't it all this not to fight Devin Haney? But we're gonna start off with Canelo. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Kick, Twitch, Amazon Music. I mean, the whole nine. So, shout out to everybody watching Facebook. Kick, Twitch, YouTube, all the same thing. Shout out to Chief Red Cloud. So let's get this over with. I don't know. I might keep this around an hour, if that. So Canelo Alvarez apparently he announced his fight Munguia. Now apparently it's gonna be on the Zone and it's gonna be on Premier Boxing Champions, and I'm guessing Prime TV. So he basically made the announcement. I seen somewhere on social media he made the announcement, and that he's basically fighting Jaime Munguia May 4th. So the Zone is still gonna be part of it. They had to hurry and get the deal done. So he probably said this shit in Spanish because I ain't listened to it yet. But hold on, somebody translate it for you. Hold on, give me 1 second. Because I was tired as fuck right now, bro. I said I'll go live today. So let's see what he got to say.
Hola a todos, aquí saludándolos, agradecido con mi equipo, con Eddie Reynoso, que ha estado conmigo desde que inicié en este deporte. Ya tengo más de 20 años en este deporte, 19 de profesional, y hoy cumplo 13 años de ganar mi primer campeonato mundial. Muy orgulloso, muy contento, espero seguir dándole satisfacciones. 13 años peleando en el primer nivel también, así que me siento muy orgulloso y espero seguir dándoles buenas peleas. Esperen noticias pronto y agradecido con todos ustedes. Muchas gracias. Hola a todos, aquí saludándolos.
So, anybody want to translate that? I'm pretty much sure this nigga said they fight Munguia. So he think that Eddie Reynoso for getting the deal done or whatever, and they fighting Jaime Munguia. So, I mean, at the end of the day, better than Berlanga, for sure. I ain't got no issues with the fight. It's a fight that a lot of Mexicans gonna tune in and watch. So, I mean, but the real kicker is they still don't know who the next fight in the PBC deal is. We don't know if it's gonna be Charlo or Benavidez. Well, we know it ain't gonna be Benavidez, so apparently there still ain't really no agreement what's gonna happen in the second fight of the deal with Canelo Alvarez. In the third fight of the deal with Canelo Alvarez and PBC, right now it's being said that it's between Charlo and Benavidez. And right now we pretty much know he ain't gonna fight Benavidez. Now Mike Tyson said he ain't got no heart, and maybe that'll amp him up a little bit to get in there and rumble with Benavidez when a legend start to question if you got heart or not. So I mean, but the Munguia fight, I mean, we already spoke on it, so we knew it was coming. I told y'all it was announcement coming to yesterday or today. Obviously, it came today. Now I don't know when a press conference is gonna come or nothing like that, but the whole hanger about it is we still don't know if the third fight is gonna go through with PBC. He wanted Berlanga and Munguia, and the Zone was like, no, we ain't doing the Berlanga fight. So we still gonna have a hang up. we still gonna have a hang up at the end of the day when it come to um we still gonna have a hang up when it comes to this third fight of the deal. So be on alert for that. But right now he said options for September is Charlo or Benavidez. So I don't know if he gonna take a reduced rate to fight Jamal Charlo, or they gonna pay him his 35 million. I'm pretty sure that's predicated on how well this fight sell. See, but he could be headed to the zone the next fight. But I mean the Benavidez fight is the Benavidez fight. I don't really don't think it's gonna happen. Um, but you know, congratulations to him and Munguia for getting the fight done. It's a great Cinco de Mayo. I don't think Dana White got any UFC cards going up on the Cinco de Mayo weekend. I think it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you for Star Wars nerds like I. But uh, but in September, Dana White got the spear already booked for Mexican Independence Day weekend. So that'll be interesting because the only thing that really can compete with them, and as I said before, with ESPN Plus and UFC, they do all their pay-per-views through ESPN Plus. So you got to order it through ESPN Plus, so that won't affect pay-per-view. So as far as Direct TV and what the Zone do or what PBC would do, so he can go head up with the UFC as Crawford and Spence did. But if he go up head up with the UFC in September Mexican Independence Day weekend, he's gonna lose with Charlo. If you go up there with Benavidez, he got a fighting chance. I don't know who they got fighting from the spear, but it's from the spear, and that's gonna be a big thing. Dana White pouring a lot of money into it. Last year, Dana White tricked him off the September Mexican Independence Day date. This year, I don't think it'll be no different. Even with Benavidez, do you want to share revenue with UFC? And they booked that shit damn near a year ahead of time. So do you really want to share revenue? And that's what happened with Crawford and Spence. Nobody speak on how Al Heyman, and Dana White put two fights on the same, two pay-per-views on the same night. Nobody batted an eye about it. And Dana White and ESPN did more pay-per-views without utilizing the pay-per-view companies. They did 750K, I think, to 700,000 or 725,000 Crawford and Spence. And they did a card in Salt Lake City, Utah. So it was the first time I think a major UFC card had been there. So nobody talks about the fact that Crawford and Spence literally had to split buys with a UFC card. That was probably a cheaper fight. You probably got more bang for your buck from the whole card too, because you usually get more bang for your buck for the whole card. So, even with Canelo Benavidez, UFC is still going to steal some views from them. So I don't think boxing want to make it a habit of going up. And in UFC too, they could have easily did 1 million pay-per-view buys if it wasn't for Spencer Crawford. And we go through all these weekends where we don't have combat sports on regular TV or on TV at all. And then these niggas want to lump. Now it's one thing to lump up 3 shows on one night: the Zone, ESPN, USC, boxing, whatever. This is one thing to lump up 3 or 4 shows on one Saturday. But now y'all lumping up pay-per-views is just ridiculous. Now y'all putting 2 premium or 2 pay-per-views on the same. It's just ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't know if it's some indirect or direct competition. But and Dana White trying to punk Canelo off the dates, but also that'll make Canelo have to step his opponents up. And he already not playing with a full deck. Okay, you fight Benavidez as a fight that everybody want to see, but Dana White counteract that with a great card probably, and he coming from the spear. So now, these dudes, they fighting back and forth, they going back, and then they competing with each other. Dana White and boxing now competing for fight days. And they willing to go ahead. Watch as the summer go through, and you have weeks in the summer when it really ain't nothing on TV but golf and tennis. You got weeks on the summer where there ain't no major fight card on. But watch these idiots in boxing and UFC start lumping up on the same Saturday night, putting multiple cards on the same Saturday night, which it don't make no sense. So you telling me Crawford or Spence couldn't be in a week before, or a couple weeks before, a week later? Get the fuck out of here. If it couldn't have been in Las Vegas, it couldn't have been in Las Vegas. That's the wild thing about it. Y'all making fans split. And unfortunately for me, I went to Dave & Buster, so it was closed circuit. So you had the Crawford and Spence on the big screen. You had UFC on the sidewalls. on the smaller screens. And if you do notice, if you watch UFC, you notice most of their cards are on paper or at the movie theater. Movie theater by my house show every UFC pay-per-view card. I've never been to a UFC movie theater card. I've been to a couple boxing events at the movie theater. I think the first one I went to was Mayweather and Berto. That undercard was cracked too. So yeah, it was a good experience in my opinion. And it low key, it be some women there too, dog. Yeah, man. Like I tell y'all, man, wherever the guys be at, the women be. That's one thing about going to the fights. One thing about how it's the reverse, how guys go to the club to get the women. That's why they let the women in the club free, and then they let niggas sit in the line, and then they let like 5 guys in the club for free, and then the rest of the 55 club guys dying to get in the club got to pay $20. Even if you get there at 8, they hold the line and let 5 or 10 guys in for free, and then start charging full price, and then you get in that bitch and it's a sausage fest. Yeah. That's why I've been stopped going to the club. Yeah, my Charleston white boys. That's how they do it. So, um, but nonetheless, uh this is really the reverse effect. Women know that guys gonna be at the basketball games, the hockey games, the wherever niggas gonna be gambling at the craps table. Go to the casino, you will see more women at the craps table than anywhere else in the casino, unless they got a club or a bar going. Real talk. So when you go to these fights, you're going to run into women. You're going to run, especially at the Barclays Center. There's going to be a buku amount of ass at the Barclays Center. It's gonna be hella bitches. I'm telling you, it's gonna be hella bitches. Even when I go to local fights in Detroit, hella bitches. Even when I go to the Pistons game, it's hella women at the games. These women are literally looking for men. They're on a hunt for men. And if the women went to the WNBA basketball game, niggas would be piling up in droves at the WNBA games, but they don't support it. That's how you know women. Women, they can talk all that shit on the social media. They thirsty for niggas, dog. They thirsty for men. Real talk. But let's talk about. I'll spend a couple more minutes speaking on Canelo. So we don't know if it's gonna be benefit. Well, we know it ain't gonna be benefit. But if he want that Mexican Independence Day date, it gotta be Benavidez. If they willing to push it back a couple weeks, like the Charlo, they fought Jamil on the September 30th. It could be Jamal Charlo, but I think this is all predicated on whether Munguia and Canelo make a generous return. If they make a great return for Canelo Munguia, and it's a good competitive fight, or Canelo lose, they're gonna run that back, which I don't think anybody think is gonna be a competitive fight. Then, if they don't make money, then they probably gonna release him and let him go to the zone, or try to push him to fight David Benavidez. So, Kurt Stewart, salute. Easy, what's going on? Shout out to Charlotte Johnson, salute. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the ticket right then and there. But at the end of the day, Rich, Munguia fight, I think that's gonna be a really good fight. I'm a Munguia fan. I got a line on Munguia, real cool dude. So I'll be pulling for Munguia in that fight. But I think Canelo probably is just too seasoned at this point for Munguia. I think Munguia with Morales didn't really improve the way I thought he should improve with Eric Morales. But let's speak on Ryan Garcia, this ninja out here. He out here fooling. He out here clowning. He out here set tripping. Deuce. So he trying to get out the fight. Ain't no way around it. I'm not playing none of this shit because YouTube gonna send you that letter. You promoting this, that, and the third. I tell you this: Ryan Garcia trying to get out that fight. You believe that mental health bullshit if you want to. Ryan Garcia wrote a check that his ass can't cash. And Arnold Barboza is the motherfucking is the alternate. And the problem with that, you gonna pay $1,000 to sit on the floor, or a couple $100 to get into the fight, right? And it's gonna be Barboza motherfucking versus Devin Haney. Who want to spend their hard? No offense to Arnold Barboza, but who want to see Barboza versus Devin Haney? At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all how I know this ninja on some bull jive. The Zone made him have an April 20th date, a pay-per-view date. They were tired of that Ryan Garcia bum bashing and vagabond, cleaning up the streets of bums. He was tired of him getting this. Get your triple G on. Get your motherfucking triple G on. Get your triple G on. Get your motherfucking come on. He was tired of him getting this triple G on. Bum bashing to the window, to the wall. Ex-wife gave birth to a black kid and it wasn't his. That's why Trey, she had a kid and it wasn't mine. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. What happened was his own said, we tired of you bum bashing. We tired of you fighting who you fought last? Oscar Durat. We tired of you fighting the Durats. We tired of you fighting Augustus. We tired of you fighting all the bums. Who's the African guy he fought that he made come up because he can't make the weight? They tired of him bum bashing. So what they told Ryan Garcia, you got a pay-per-view date April 26th. You got to fight somebody good. So he started talking to Devin Haney, and he like, man, I really don't want to fuck with dog. Then he called, Floyd called so he could fight Rolly. Then he ain't running past Daddy Al Heyman. So, Daddy had to put Floyd across his lap and spank him on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, Rolly, left Ryan out to dry. Ryan had to get a premium opponent, and he couldn't get one. So he had to settle for Devin Haney. It was in that workhouse fight. And then know how he full of shit. He said, well, I'll fight Jake Paul. I'll fight Sean O'Malley. He been trying to get out this fight. Man, y'all better kill that. Oh, Ryan's mental health. Do it then. Do it. A nigga that's really on that type of time is gonna do it. Do it then. Do it. Don't tell us what you gonna do. Do it. Do it. He ain't gonna do it, bro. This nigga just don't want to fight nobody, bro. He don't want to fight with Tank Davis. He already said, well, I had a rib injury. With Tank Davis, the check was so big. He know this is last shot at being a valid fighter. Don't nobody look at him as a real fighter, no way. If he really serious, do it. Why your ex-wife give a fuck about you? She don't, nigga. Name a nigga ex-wife that he left her that she care about a nigga well-being. None of them. None of them. That's how I take how it's fake. None of them. And they ain't formally divorced, man, she'd be pushing that nigga to do that shit because then she control all of Ryan Garcia money and assets. They still legally married. So why she care about Ryan Garcia motherfucking well-being? Because if this nigga clip himself out the game, she could get all the money and she control the assets unless he left a will. See, I can add this shit up, bro. I can add this shit up. This nigga just don't want to fight, bro. I'm telling y'all. That's all it is. You can tell. Okay, if you crazy, why you talking about I want to fight Sean O'Malley? I'll fight Jake Paul. He messing up the sport. He don't want to fight. They do all this talking, oh man, Devin is this and Devin is boring and I beat him in the amateurs. But when they come to really knuckling up in the pros, here we go trying to get out the fight. And if he don't get out the fight, he got a built-in excuse. Well, mentally wasn't right and I was drinking and smoking and all that, man. Fuck out of here, man. This nigga trying to act like he hit that weed, that lace weed with Hector, and he was in Debo's chicken coop. This dude is flawed, bro. As people in Florida would say, he is flawed, bro. He's a scary ass little boy. When his mama and daddy was stopping sparring because they was being too physical and too harsh in sparring, then he don't have no place in the sport. He don't have no place in masculinity. He need to go be a trans gentleman. That's what he really want to do. He probably walk around his mama heels around the house. Go ahead and cross over. Go ahead and get your purse. Go to the purse that Floyd bought you. Go on and do something else with your career. This is not the life that you about, bro. And you notice another thing you notice. You see how Ryan Garcia mama got out of character? That's a mama bear protecting her young, knowing this nigga about going on a crash out mission. Knowing he going on a crash out mission. She know he on a crash out mission. Why would a good Christian boy lie about to, delete itself or unalive itself? Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga. If Devin Haney got injured tomorrow and they put Sean O'Malley in there, and at the end of the day, Sean O'Malley said UFC is willing to work to make the Ryan Garcia fight. I believe it when I hear Dana White say it. So if that's the motherfucking case, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if Devin Haney got injured tomorrow and they say you can fight Sean O'Malley, this shit stop. Come on. Bare minimum, if he go through with this fight, he gonna say, well, I wasn't mentally right. He gonna have an excuse. It's kind of the same way with Mikey jumping up to fight Errol Spence, Kell Brook jumping up to fight Triple G. You know, all these dudes want a built-in excuse. That's the new thing to do. Get a moral victory, come back down, not have the pressure of fighting people. That's the same thing that Ryan Garcia. He gonna get in there, he gonna do his best. And if he lose versus Ryan Devin Haney, if he lose by an inch or he get whooped by a country slave mile, he gonna turn around and say, well, you know, my mentally it wasn't right. He don't belong in the sport. He don't belong in the male population. Matter of fact, he belongs in the male population, but he ain't a man. He ain't a man. He ain't the man. He in the kitchen with the women, you know, cooking the food that the dudes hunted for. His mama telling him to hand her the paprika and shit. You know what I'm saying? And clean the bowls and shit. Nigga's the dishwasher. All this because he talked all that shit. And don't give it to me like, oh, he promoting the fight. This ain't no way to promote the fight. Man, anybody that's thinking about going to this fight, like, hell no. You look at the ticket prices, I just did a video on them. You think they're going to prorate your tickets or give your money back if they swing in Barboza in there? Absolutely not. I think it's like $200, $300 just to get in there, probably with service fees. You going to pay all that money to go see Barboza? Shit. Only way I'm going to see if they put Matias or Shakur Stevenson or Teofimo Lopez in there as a short replacement. We know that's not going to happen. If Ryan Garcia pull out this fight, bro, should nobody do no more business with Ryan Garcia. Now, could Floyd be behind this? Talking about, yeah, I got a doctor that can write you a note. He gonna say that you ain't mentally right. And I talked to Al. Trust me. I talked to Al. We're Rolly done. We cruise. We're cruising Rolly runner. My doctor can clear you, and you can fight Rolly and Cruz in December. I told you, don't fight Devin Haney. He beat my ass in sparring. I couldn't touch him. You damn sure can't fuck with him. His daddy talk too much. They talk about sparring. Leonard. But you don't fight him. All right. I'll go buy you another Gucci bag. Your mama want one. Your zesty ass brother want one. Don't fight Devin Haney. Go to my doctor. They gonna say you ain't fit to fight. But as soon as Rolly and Cruz winner go, we're gonna announce the fight for December. You're gonna be good to go. That's what Floyd telling that nigga. I'm trying to tell you, Floyd behind this. Floyd behind this. Floyd behind this. Floyd behind this. What I tell you? Floyd behind this. So, people can believe what they want to believe and say what they want to say, right? But this dude right here, he don't want to fight. And that's just the bottom line. Not because Stone Cold said so, because that's the motherfucking truth. Don't be surprised if his wife don't come out and say, well, Ryan just went crazy and put his hands on me. Mark my words. These fighters can't keep bum bashing because the networks keep losing money, and the only way they can recoup is actually fight somebody. Yeah, they tired of losing money on them. He only sold $7,000 tickets in Houston. Pimp C rolling over in his grave. Paul Wall rolling over in his goddamn rocking chair. He said, you can't see me seeing that boy admit to smoking weed on the podium. He already got a built-in excuse. Shit, Keyshawn was smoking weed and still winning. Oh, what's up, Adolph? He said he looking for an excuse to get out the fight. The fight is not happening. If it do happen, he gonna use this as an excuse. And not this nigga down here snoring like a grown-ass man. Why you come get Miles? Janero, what's going on? Jay Hardaway, salute. Yeah, you call live. I almost didn't go live, bro. I want to lay my black ass back down. I ain't got no energy today. None. I'm fasting, so shit. At least when I go vegan, they say you can eat all day what you want. Or it will vegan shit. I've been looking up, putting my vegan grocery list together. Everybody like, you can go vegan, no cheese, no dairy, no meat. Yep. Gonna see if I can do it. You don't know if you can do it unless you test yourself. So yeah, I've been looking up the vegan ice cream. I eat rice milk, rice dream, right? What's it called? Dream rice milk. I had that before, straight almond milk. So yeah, oat milk is good. You know, I ain't gonna eat. I don't even like to eat regular milk with my cereal, but as far as smoothies and shit, yeah, that shit ain't one. All that shit good with regular smoothie, and that's what they make the dairy ice cream out of. So or non-dairy ice cream. So you can have Pringles, regular Lay's. I eat them shits anyway. Frito corn chips. Oh yeah. So I'm looking up the whole shebang, bro. I'm be fucking up some asparagus, some portobello. I love mushrooms. So yeah, I'm already looking up a list. Lentils, refried beans, what's that? Quinoa cauliflower rice. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't, if you can't be disciplined, if you can't be disciplined with if you can't be disciplined with your body, bro, and that could be reading, that could be a working out, that could be a diet. If you can't be disciplined with that, bro, what can you be disciplined with? You damn so can't be disciplined with, most of y'all niggas can't give up sex. You can't be disciplined with sex. And part of my 2 month thing, yeah, no sex, bro. Yep. I'm going vegan, no sex. 2 weeks. Real abstinence. Not that I did last year. Not that, oh, I'm gonna play with myself. No. Real abstinence. It's not abstinence if you pleasure yourself. Nope. Real abstinence. What's going on, Reese? Yeah, if you ain't take your health serious or you can't take your health serious, man, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't ate red meat and pork all like pork in a couple of years. Red meat have been on about a year. Only fast food that you can consider I had is just sandwich. It's like from Subway, Tubby's, or Jersey Mike's. Other than that, no McDonald's, no Taco Bell. And I love Taco Bell, motherfucker chalupa. I can't find a Mexican that make a chalupa like Taco Bell to save my motherfucking life. Taco Bell, something about them chalupas be on point. No fight on 420. Shakur call Shakur as a replacement. Shakur want to jump in at 140, but he wanted to catch Devin Haney, but he wanted to catch weight with Ryan Garcia, and then he ain't want to fight Sabril Matias when niggas asked him to fight him. He said, Iron Garcia, crying Garcia, whining Garcia, hiding Garcia. Damn, he going in on Ryan. He said, Ryan knows Devin is about to beat his ass. He said, Biden Garcia. Oh, Nas Eminem video was fire. Good shit. Yeah, them niggas had a field day on the dislike button on that shit, boy. Y'all can't see. Let me see how many dislikes that. Hey, the most negative videos do the most views. Real talk. The negative videos be doing the most views. I should just go negative on everything. I'm really gonna work on rebranding the channel this weekend. I promise y'all. I'm gonna really work on that shit. I got a lot of good shit coming up for the channel. So yeah, one honor salute. Yeah, I'm on a fast right now. It's some bullshit. And I just did an hour of cardio. I think the old man next to me was trying to compete. That shit was hilarious. But Ryan Garcia, man, he don't want to fight. So I think that's something that we already know. And Arnold Barboza for them ticket prices, yeah, put Shakur Stevenson in that motherfucker. Put Shakur Stevenson in there. Shit, why not? But what's so funny about Shakur Stevenson when niggas was saying go to 140 and fight Sabril Matias, that motherfucker wasn't saying nothing. When they was talking about go to fight Ryan Garcia, he talking about I want to fight him at a catch weight. One thing we can say is Shakur Stevenson is jealous of Devin Haney. He is jealous of him. He a hating ass nigga. And for any point in time for Devin Haney to be calling that him and Floyd friends, man, them niggas ain't your friends. At all. Eminem come fuck with Prime, Big L, Pun, Facts, not even Jada. Yeah, Jada my top 5 dead or alive. Jada got beef with the feds and the DA. Yeah, Jada my top 5. You know, but I ain't gonna turn this into a hip hop show. I mean, it's but I Eminem probably in my top 30, 40, 50. Yeah, for sure. Somewhere in there. Might be a little bit higher. Like, yeah, he's definitely on my favorite rapper list. I wouldn't even cap. He's somewhere like if I did a top 2025 favorite rapper list, like I'll tell you who in there is like Nas, Cube, LL, Mystical, man, Kendrick in there, Big Boy from Outkast, yeah, I'm trying to just think of some random. Obviously, Pac, Big, The Givens, uh, Jeezy, Gucci, they in there for sure. Ti, he in there. Yeah, my top 25 be interesting. I think Fabulous might just be outside that top 25. Quite frankly, he might just miss. I'm talking about my favorite. He might miss the top 25. Who else in there for me? Ludacris is in there. He might be. Yeah, Ludacris might be right there, like where Fab. I'll probably throw Luda in there because Word of Mouth is one of my favorite rap albums of all time. Ghostface Killer in there, Raekwon in there. See, this is yeah. I'm trying to think about anybody else for sure. I mean, yeah, I'm just drawing a blank. Obviously, I said Nas. So yeah, remember my favorite top 25. I don't know. I had to keep thinking some more, but most of them niggas in there for sure. But I would probably say Eminem was in my favorite top 30. Like on an all-time list, like if I just say the best rappers all time, probably top 20, top 25, maybe if I think about it. Yeah, just body of work alone, But we just talking about lyricists. That's a different list. Buster pretty high on my lyricist list too. That's a different type of list though. But it depends what y'all want to group them in as. Like, what's the criteria? Album sales, bars, impact on the culture. I mean, you got to lay a criteria out. You know what I'm saying? You got to lay a criteria out. Reggie Noble somewhere in my top 25, 32, by the way. Yeah. He said, yeah, he is jealous. You can see it in his eyes after Haney for Aloma. Go back and see Shakur was looking in the. Yeah, he was hating like a motherfucker, man. I don't like no hating ass nigga, bro. Cause he's so talented. His time gonna come. But not hating like that, nigga. I can't stand the hating ass nigga, man. Shakur hating because he doesn't have a father like Bill pushing him. Well, I won't say a father like Bill, but what I will say is that he doesn't have the mouthpiece that Devin have. And it's always better for the fighter to have a mouthpiece. When Shakur talks shit, there's no wittiness to it. There's no wiggle to it. There's no bars to it. It's just like, fuck that bitch ass nigga. And niggas like, what? Like people like, yeah, like niggas like, I don't like that nigga. Like, it ain't funny. It's straightforward. It's arrogant. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I don't like that guy. Like when Bill talks shit, it's funny. It's witty. It's got a rhythm. It got a rhythm to it. It's charismatic. When Shakur says some shit, it's just come from a place of disdain and hatred. You know what I'm saying? Like even when Angel Garcia used to say the foulest shit when he was with Danny, it was funny. It was funny. What he was talking about, them Packies ain't got no chin, talking about Amir Khan, like that shit was foul as hell. But had he delivered the message like Shakur delivered the message, yes, he would have been labeled a real racist. You know what I'm saying? But he made it funny and eccentric and all that stuff. And it was a joking matter. Even when Floyd was going at Oscar neck, it was witty, it was funny. It was semi-serious, but it was comedy. when Shakir Stevenson say some shit, it's like who what did y'all ever hear that story? You know, Pierre, the comedian Pierre, he was the one that played in Doom Doom. Doom, 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 don't save her. He was like, man, I love her. I love her. He was cheating with my bitch. When he come home, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. He got the podcast, Pierre Panic Room. He be on a comedy hype sometime. Uh he basically, I think he was basically saying he got invited to Eddie Murphy house and shit. And long story short, you know, they was joking around and he cracked the joke on Eddie Murphy and the room got quiet. And then basically he was no longer able to get work in motherfucking Hollywood again. Uh that's kind of like Shakir Stevenson. Like niggas droning and shit and and you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about that type shit, dog? You know who can't take a joke and who can't crack a joke? Women. When women can't take a joke and they can't crack a joke. This is why you should not get into a dozens contest with your girl. This shit happened to me a billion times before. Like you be joking, like, yo, nappy headed ass wig, and then she'd say something that's personal, like, that's why your daddy lost his foot. You like, bitch, that ain't no joke. like, like that's why your sister ain't got no edges. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, like women are terrible at that. Shakir Stevenson kind of give me that female vibe and not being able to take a joke and how they give a joke, or that Pierre vibe, how he killed the Eddie Murphy, he killed the room with the joke with Eddie Murphy. Like niggas like, damn, nigga, you went that hard on Eddie. Like this nigga house. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's kind of like where Dame Dash was talking about how he went in on Kevin Hart in front of his girl and Kevin Hart got mad at him. Like the niggas that like when you got somebody that's a status, especially when females around. Cause you go to that Tupac song, you know, they got me trapped off Tupacalypse. He said, man, homie's mad and the homie dissing you and the females laughing and shit and basically made him pull the trigger and shit. That's the same thing here, dude. Like you in front of your girl and Dame Dash cooking your ass. Man, come on now. Talking about your breath stank and look at your shoes and shit. You wearing Uggs. And hell, he should get cooked for wearing Uggs. And I was accepted. Y'all niggas wearing Uggs. Y'all niggas wearing motherfucking purses and shit, man. And niggas be worried about what happened to masculinity. And man. I be looking at y'all niggas dressed. Look at Shannon Sharp getting out the fucking car at Total Wine, bro. Like, come on, man. That's how a lot of y'all goofy ass niggas be looking dressed, but y'all got a badass, fat ass body. Y'all wearing them tight ass clothes, nigga. Niggas don't wear cologne. Niggas don't brush their teeth no more. But y'all be, you know, y'all take y'all dress code from the homosexuals. And one thing about homosexuals, dog, them motherfuckers be clean. Nails be clean. They don't be stinking or nothing, dog. Y'all niggas be walking around with these tight ass clothes and purses and fanny packs on. Nigga, nails be dirty. Teeth be yellow as the yellow brick road Dorothy Crip walked on. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, you know, got the clean ass Jordans on, but your socks dusty and dirty. You tell niggas to take their shoes off at your door. You talking about put them shoes back on because your feet funky. Niggas don't have no type of hygiene these days, bro. And some of these women don't either, bro. Hell yeah, y'all took everything from the homosexual community about how they dressing, but how to wash and clean y'all ass. They be getting their nails done, their feet be getting done. You know what I'm saying? They be rolling blunts. Them bitches be perfect. Y'all be trying to roll blunts and y'all niggas got motherfucking tartars coming out y'all teeth and shit, man. Like, how about y'all pick up on they cleanliness and they hygiene? Nas beat Jay Karis, one beat Nelly. Did he beat Nelly? Because Nelly still sold a bunch of albums on that Nellyville. What do he say? Half these niggas talking about what's real hip hop. Half the time that be the niggas album flop. Boat then sank and ain't left the dock. Just mad because I'm hot and he's mad because he not. He said, "You ain't gotta give me my props, just give me my rocks." Yeah, I'm a Nelly fan. I ain't ashamed of. Fuck these niggas don't like Nelly, and I ain't gonna lie. I was singing Ja Rule too back in the day. Shout out to Vinci, great album. Eminem lost MGK head up battle. He said, I wonder why people so surprised that Ryan Anthony pulled out a Rolly fight and got a track record of this. Yeah, he do got a track record. Rolly put them paws on him in sparring too. They said Rolly a different fighter when he spar than when he really in the gym. Y'all got some questions on answer them. April 20th, 2 months away. So something gonna happen between Barbosa. Already you told us he on sparring with the fight. So yeah, man. It is what it is. He said Showbiz said he's training every day. Now, yeah, he's the alternate. He's the alternate. I'm surprised he ain't on the card. I don't even know who on the card. But Mike Tyson used to say crazy shit too. Yeah, Mike Tyson was wild. Wild nigga. I want to eat your kids. He said those cancer brothers mad sensitive. They throw rocks but can't take what they dish out. I don't know nothing about signs, but yeah, if you gotta be able to, if you can gotta dish, you gotta take it, bro. Hell yeah, you can't be every time niggas Jones, you can't be ready to fight. You know what I mean? Fights out of got in. Like you, especially when you cracking the dozens of Jones or whatever y'all want to play. We call it capping in Detroit. We used to. I don't know what these young niggas call it now. Every time I got I had to take an L getting roasted. You know, I felt like I had to fight. Nigga, I had 1,000 fights under my belt. Then you just get better from it. At that point in time, I became unbeatable playing the dozens, bro. You gotta have a mind for it though. You gotta be quick. It'll being like you can teach somebody to be on stage and be a comedian. Now, I ain't saying you're gonna be a good one, but how to do comedy, all these internet comedians, they got to be able to do comedy. So you could teach niggas how to tell stories and how to, but being a naturally funny or playing the dozens, you got to have a mind for that, bro. Them niggas in like New York City, especially Harlem, it's a culture. Detroit, Chicago, it's a culture. Philadelphia, I guarantee you, it's a culture. Going out to Cali, especially LA, there's a culture. I'm not saying everybody's good at it, but listen to Tony Harrison, nigga. That's every hood nigga in Detroit. Damn near every hood nigga in Detroit. Like when they talking about how dudes have a hard time like verbally expressing themselves to women, not Detroit niggas. I say about 70-80% of Detroit niggas got the gift of gab. Even the niggas who don't know they got it, you got it. Especially if you play sports, you got it. You got it. You went to inner city schools, you gotta be at least average proficiency at social skills. Average. You don't see too many socially awkward niggas coming out the inner city, bro. You really don't. You get quiet guys. But yeah, you'll learn. You get cooked alive, nigga. You get cooked alive. And you know you the shit. You know you the shit when you got some funny wearing shit on, or you make a mistake, or they clown you for some shit you tried to wear that ain't in style or whatever, and you still cook their ass. And you still cooking niggas. I used to cook niggas every day of the week. When I figured out how I got it, man, niggas couldn't fuck with me, bro. I had a mind for it. I could have been a comedian. Oh, fucking my side of my mother's family is fucking comedians, bro. You get cooked on that side of the family if you ain't prepared. Those kids, I read that. He said Nelly was the shit. Nelly was the hottest thing from 99 to 02. Man, yeah, right around that, man. Country Grammar was the shit, and Nellyville was the shit. He said Ryan is done in the sport of boxing, in my opinion. That nigga gonna be in the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul championship league. Say you think Bud will lose to Floyd at 30, 35, 40. 30, I think Floyd's the greatest 130 pounder of all time. 35, I will favor Floyd. I just felt Terrence Crawford was malnutrition at 35. I think 40 is a toss-up. Floyd didn't stay there long at all. And all the major players start coming up at 40 when Terrence Crawford like left. I think 40 a toss-up. I like Crawford at 30, 35. I like Floyd at 30 and probably 30. I favor him at 35. I think 40 a toss-up. I love Crawford over Floyd at 47. At 54, I ain't seeing it. Me and CJ snap jokes all day at times expense. Yeah, man, you gonna make that nigga jump on? I meant to send him a link, but then I gotta put it in the chat and all that shit. I don't feel like doing that. But But nigga, like, man, you gotta have social skills for that shit. Shakir Stevenson, that nigga, y'all got any other questions, I answer them. That nigga be just too serious, dog. That nigga ain't got a joking bone in his body. He like, you talk shit about him, he probably like, put the gloves on, put the gloves on, put the gloves on. Like, damn, nigga. Okay, we got some news. Y'all boy Miles about to get threw out. He keep farting, bro. That nigga shit's vicious. He says they're still waiting on Canelo to sign his part of the contract, but he already agreed to terms with Munguia for the Munguia too, and Munguia already signed the contract. So Canelo is technically not signed his contract, but he agreed to terms. Munguia, I think Munguia signed yesterday, if my memory serves me correctly. So Canelo technically ain't signed his contract yet, but he's agreed to terms. So I don't know nothing about Canelo or and Charlo Benavidez, but I heard those are two options next. Most likely it's gonna be Charlo. Ja Rule talking about some shit that everybody already knew if you follow TV. Ja Rule beat up 50 Cent one time. I think 50 Cent got down on him the other time. I think 50 Cent tried to sneak him the time Ja Rule put hands on him. Yeah, Ja Rule put hands on 50 Cent. I think 50 Cent tried to like sneak his ass, and Ja Rule, the story goes, Ja Rule put them hands on him. And then I think the other time 50 beat his ass or some shit. Wasn't in Atlanta or something like that. Yeah, man. 50 Cent, man, I wouldn't even speak on 50 Cent no more. That's one of Ja Rule's biggest regrets is not nipping that shit in the bud. He should have handled 50 Cent from the beginning. But 50 was a mixtape 50 was a problem. All them niggas was beefing all because Ja Rule and them refused to put, like, one of the reasons because Ja Rule and them refused to put 50 on. But Ja was like, I didn't know that nigga. You a Jehovah Witness. Yeah, mixtape 50 Cent was different though. Yeah, mixtape 50, Power Dollar 50 was different. That nigga was just different. That 50 was this. That was a hungry 50. That was a hungry 50 though. But my favorite 50 song was Window Shopper, the original version, not the fake version. The version where he's saying Fat Joe and Jay-Z name by motherfucking by name. That version. That nigga snapped on that. He said, Jigga, use a window shopper. Cause nobody fuck with 50. When that nigga dropped, that was a nice time in hip hop because then you had Pac and Big, they died. Then, you had that was in the middle of the No Limit. There a lot of shit was going on then. But then you had DMX, then you had Nelly, Ja, Shine, 50. You know what I'm saying? After 50, it was like The Game, and then trap music came in. Jeezy, T.I., Rick Ross. That was the end of it. That was the end of great rap right there. Like it is, it was Kendrick, Cole. That was the end of it. And I'd be nice and give it. You know what? I love Future. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick and Cole was the end of real hip hop because Future is like one of them R&B pop rap niggas. But Dirty Sprite 2 is one of the last classic albums. I will say that's a classic. But that was the end. Kendrick and Cole, that was the end of an era. For sure. That was the end of a motherfucking era. Y'all got any questions? I'll be out here for like 10 or 11 more minutes. That was the end of a fucking era. Like, we didn't even know we was living in like great rap times. Like, once Kendrick had dropped that album, it was a wrap after that. Everything else went downhill. Think about like 2000 from 8 to 9. I think Pimp C died in 07, 08, 09. Like, it was 07 or 8. I want to say it was 08 or 07. But think about from like 08 to 09 what you had, bro. You had motherfucking Soulja Boy Weak Ass that just came out. You had Lil Wayne and Birdman Stunt Like My Daddy. You had Lil Wayne on the radio with Lloyd. Lil Wayne was running shit low key. Then you had, right around 08, 09, you had the Recession drop. You had Paper Trail drop. 08, you had like the summer, you had the Carter. What was it? The Carter 3 drop. That was a hell of a time, bro. That was a hell of a motherfucking time. And not too long after that, you had Kendrick drop something. That was the end. That was the end of hip hop. Real rap, that was the end of that shit. Then it started. You know what? I gotta throw this nigga a bone too. Two Chainz True Religion mixtape. And Wiz Khalifa, Cushion Orange Juice, Currency was doing this thing. That was pretty much like really the last great era of rap, bro. That was like the last great era of rap for real. I got to give it to you. That was the last great era, bro. After that, that shit started going downhill. Not saying I didn't like Meek, then saying I didn't like Future, uh, but yeah, it started going downhill. Yeah, perfect timeline. Yeah. Shit from the mid '80s all the way to the 2010. Hip hop didn't have a bad year, bro. And what a lot of people don't realize neither, in between all that shit, R&B had died too around the same motherfucking time. '90s R&B was phenomenal. But right around 2010, you started to see the change of it. Remember, you had the Neo Soul, Angie Stone, and Music Soul Child, and all that shit. They don't make R&B music no more. I do like her though. She's super dope. Realistically, how many fights does Bud Crawford have left? Probably two. The way he fighting, shit. A Martinez probably two or three. Real talk. These niggas fighting once a year. I don't think nobody gonna have 60-something fights like Canelo. I said Devin Haney and Tank together, they ain't got more fights than Canelo. They both got around 30 fights. Listen to some Messy Marv, Straight Slapping Bay Area, Fillmore, Messy Marv, Keek the Sneak, Be Legit. Yeah, I mentioned her. Clyde Carson. Yeah, man, dude, I used to be everywhere with the rap. Texas rap scene used to be dope back in the day too, bro. Like, even before Doro and all that, you had little Troy, a little Kiki, even before Paul Wall, little Cooper AK Chameleon came out, bro. Texas rap used to be the shit, dog. Dallas had a few niggas back in the day too, bro. That was a problem. Yeah. Texas rap, man. Shit. I was big on Boosie and Webby too. I was telling y'all niggas Ghetto Stories, the rap album, the movie was dope too. The rap album, that's a fucking classic, nigga. That's a fucking classic, bro. They was in they bag on that shit, dog. That's double platinum certified in the hood. Anybody know that? I didn't even know Schoolboy Q had 6 albums. He just dropped his 6. Nipsey, Mac Miller. I used to listen to Mac Miller. Big Crit used to listen to him. Don Kennedy, him too. Currency, Wiz Khalifa, Blogger era. All Drop Great Project, Kendrick and Cole era. Facts that 2 Chainz. Yeah, True Religion was a fucking classic. Based on the true story was true. He got some great albums based on the true story. True Religion. And based on the true story, he had Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. That was dope too. That nigga was in a wheelchair performing. Joy Badass 299 was a classic. I like Joy Badass. He did a great job on the Wu-Tang TV show before they replaced him. Soul Tapes, yeah, Fab was straight. Fab got better mixtapes. His best album is still his first album by far. As far as album, you sleeping on underground rapper like Starlet. Oh yeah, I wasn't into that at that point. Yeah, I wasn't that deep in the rap no more. Like last time I was like underground, man. Whew, that was some year. That been what, early 2000s. CJ no. He said Canelo only got 60 fights because he fought 33 bums in Mexico. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, what the Larry Martin said? He said some of them Mexican cab drivers beat the fuck out of some of us regular people. He said, "Does not you know eventually went to 130?" Yeah, I don't know. 5 or 10 pounds is a lot of weight. I think he do, but it ain't gonna be nobody there. Ain't nobody there right now. Lamont Roach, Oshaki Foster, and then the kid Raymond Ford that just won. And Oshaki Foster, I think he trying to move up. Boosie 0709. So yeah, when he went to jail, tell the judge he killed Diaz, and now it's real. Mind of a maniac, street niggas. I'm a huge Boosie fan. I really ain't never heard a bad Boosie project. Webby first 3 albums of my shit too. Man, we had our rappers was different back in the day. I keep asking the questions. Our rappers different. What he say, man? He said I'll smoke weed. He said I'll smoke. He said I smoke weed. He said I'll smoke crack. What he say? I don't smoke crack. I sell weed. He said I smoke weed. I sell crack. I smoke weed. What do he say? I forget how it go. He said I don't pay for pussy, nigga. That shit free, nigga. I buy lax. That was the first. That was the first part of the G shit. The first part of the third verse. I always forget what he say. That's my shit right there, nigga. That's the era we came from, nigga. He said, I don't pay for pussy, nigga. I buy lax. That nigga, man. That's the type of shit we was telling. Our rap was telling us not to buy pussy and don't save her. How many songs you could think about? Doom, doom. It is a. Can I save her? She wanna be saved, man. How many? Come on, man. Our rap music told us don't save these hoes, don't pay the ladies hoes, man. Come on, man. That you could just tell the shift. It ain't tricking if you got it. You know, remember that song and shit. Our niggas like B Legit and E40 and Webby and them. They was telling us not to buy pussy. Yeah, that's some wild shit. They was telling us not to pay for it. Now they telling y'all niggas, man, go and pay for it, man. And a lot of y'all niggas get mad at these women. Y'all get mad at these women, bro, for being prostitutes. But if you leading with your wallet, you know, and the good girl that's working next to Pamela or Tammy Sue and shit, and she see this girl getting all this stuff and you paying for her, she don't want to join in. Women are attention whores. They want attention. So if they see a girl that's being half naked on the internet getting attention, the niggas cash apping her $30 for lunch, niggas cashing her $100 just to DM her go on a date. You think the girl next to her ain't gonna join in? Absolutely, she gonna want that attention. This girl be even you see married women want the same attention, bro. I be seeing niggas that's wives that's married that be getting half naked on the internet or in a relationship. Like, get out of here. He said, New York can move up to 130 and clear the division in my humble. I don't know about that. Not right now. Ain't not, a lot of them dudes up there, I don't know. They some big. Oshaki Foster, a big guy, bro. I don't know. Make weight classes for a reason right now. He would have to grow. He ain't even grown to the weight class again. What record label is Real Talk under this? That's his best album, but not his work. I say Loso Rise of Power. Now I'm talking about albums. Albums. I don't give a fuck about mixtapes. Mixtapes don't count in my book. Albums. That first album was his best. That's the best album he ever did. That's the best album he ever had. That's the best album that's the most album he ever rapped on. That's the best album Fab has ever had. And niggas, you know, he's in the Ja Rule in the 90s LL Drake type of genre. When Fabulous rap is a beautiful thing, but you know, his money maker was the female hits. Is Camaro Molding under TMT boxing plant, or can he eventually develop into a world champion? He'll be a world champion. Yeah, he's gonna be a world champion. I ain't no doubt about that. Let something happen. I think it's Atlantic that didn't give it promotions well. I mean, shit. No, album's trash. Because that's because you fucking you boring. You probably a fucking late 90s, early 2000s nigga. That's why. That's when you was born. Late 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s. I guarantee you it. Niggas that's born in the 80s and early 90s and 70s, you niggas don't give a fuck about no mixtape. A mixtape is just a whole bunch of songs, and it's not a story. An album is supposed to be a story. The album title is the subject matter, and everything is the subsidiary of the subject matter. It's like a book. That's what an album is supposed to be. It's a book. Like you say, 48 Laws of Power. Okay, chapter 1. This is the power. Chapter 2. That's what an album supposed to be about. But since these niggas don't know shit about rap no more, everything they do is a fucking mixtape. It's no different between a mixtape and an album. The album is supposed to be a long ass, it's supposed to be a book, or an album is supposed to be a movie. That's how an album is supposed to lay out. That's why y'all goddamn music videos ain't shit no more. Because there's no subject matter. There's no subject, there's no predicate, there's no climax, there's no none of that. There's no intro, there's no out. Man, niggas don't even probably do intros no more. And outros and the little the little breaks in the album. Remember, Ludacris used to be hella good at the skits. I'm telling you. Niggas can't break albums, so they go run make mixtape because they can't stay on. They can't stay on subject matter. I'm trying to tell you. That's why niggas make mixtapes. Fabulous let Diddy call him daddy. What you gonna do if Diddy call you daddy? You gonna go take them, you gonna be like old girl with a bullet coming out your neck. I'm taking out the original mixtapes. Now, at the end of the day, he did not dispute what I said, what year he was born in. I'm telling you, I know hip hop more than I know boxing. The only thing I know more than probably hip hop is basketball. But the shit trash now, so it's no point of flexing my basketball knowledge. I know basketball the most. Then I'll probably say hip hop, and then whatever else come after that. Told you, man. I told you these niggas burped. I could tell the way they talk about shit. Mixtapes don't make them. Well, mixtape got them deals. They was giving away music for free. If you listen to the mixtape, it was a compilation of just songs they put together. When you listen to an album, it's a story. It's a movie. They can't do that no more because these niggas high on perks. They high on lean. These one song is talking about going to the club. The next song is, or it's all talking about taking somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Like they really don't have no subject matter no more. They all high. They all high. You can't take most of these rap albums today and put it to a movie. You can't even turn most of these songs into a visual. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn most of this shit into it. They're not talking about nothing. But let me get out of here. Because I don't have no energy at this point. And Miles is getting on my nerves, bro. I should just pour some water on his face. He probably bite me then. He said Golovkin won both bouts with Canelo. I had him losing both fights, but I ain't arguing. I ain't arguing, but I had him beating Golovkin all 3 times. But I appreciate y'all. Peace.